couldn't make him get on the end of it. And what a great finish it is. Perfect volley, isn't it? He strikes it so well. What an excellent finish.
Hello again guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Albion for Set Play Gaming. This is the FIFA 23 West Brom Career Mode. It is the Road to Glory with Aidy Boothroyd, Season 5, Episode 105. We're going to jump straight into today's games. We have 3 games coming up for you today. We're going to finish October with a match at home, hosting the mighty Manchester United in the Premier League. That's on the back of our 3-1 win in the Cup against Everton last episode. Then we kick off November with a match away at Carrow Road, taking on Norwich. We have an international break which we'll skip through, and then we've got to play Chelsea at home. That finishes the episode. Let's jump into the action, see how we get on. And so we begin at the Hawthorns. As I said, it's a rainy day. Actually, the weather is not good for us. But we host Manchester United. They have a very good squad. Before we get to that, this is the lineup Aidy Boothroyd's gone with. Peacock, Farrell in goal, Furlong, Mepham, Vandenberg, Panzo and Sinkgraven. And then Shortire, O'Reilly, Yakuslu and Rashida with Batshuayi up top. O'Shea's still out and Diangana is on the bench. So he's not quite match fit just yet. Here's Manchester United lineup. De Gea in goal. And then Miranda, Militao, Romero and Lodi. Yusuf Fofana and Federico Valverde. Then Rodrigo, Reina and Lamar with Rashford up top. They have some quality on the bench. And Nkunku, Sancho and Hannibal Mabry on the bench. As well as Joe Gomez. I didn't think they had him, but I'm not sure when they signed him. The opening transactions, 4 or 5 minutes. You'll see they're very quick at moving the ball around the box. This is one of the trademarks of the top sides. Valverde with the shot, tipped over the bar by Bailey Peacock Farrell.
It's one thing for a player to be declared fit, but is he really?
And then a nice pass there by Sinkgraven. Rashida cuts inside, sees the opportunity, but ends up dragging his shot wide of De Gea's goal. You can tell there he's disappointed with his effort. We've seen him do better than that from there. And 14th minute, Fofana. Lovely footwork. Tries to play in Rashford, but it's a great interception by Mepham there. And then 6 minutes later, back come United. Here's Fofana.
Still passing it around with authority.
Valverde goes to shoot, and Yakuslu's there. Great block. Some good defensive work by the team. 32 minutes now, it's 0-0. Rashford takes on Vandenberg, holds him off. He's going to play it in here. A great low shot. Reina trying to knock that past Bailey Peacock Farrell and missed opportunity. And then 35 minutes, United. Reina takes it into the box, tries to square it. It's another good interception. Alarm bells ringing. Back come United again. And then he plays it in. And it's through the legs of Bailey Peacock Farrell. It's 1-0 to United. No more really than they deserve because they've been knocking on the door for a solid 25 minutes. You'll see, spins the marker on the edge of the box, plays it in. And Mepham's there, but he just doesn't react quickly enough to the danger of Marcus Rashford. And you can see from this replay, sticks it through the legs of the goalkeeper. Good finish. And then into stoppage time of the first half. Another good interception by Sepp Vandenberg and Bailey Peacock Farrell. Not messing around with that. I don't want to try and turn and hit the ball long in case I'm intercepted. Half time, we are a goal down thanks to Marcus Rashford's 37th minute goal. Can we turn it around as something from a set piece? That's what we're looking for. Rashida here just after the hour. Great cross to O'Reilly, and De Gea comes out and rescues United. Keep in mind they still only have a goal lead here for all their possession and all their shots on goal. And then Reina skips by Yakuslu, Panzo comes across, wins it. And then look at this, O'Reilly. Great determination to make sure we keep the ball. 22 minutes left of the game.
Marcus Rashford.
Rashford accelerates away from Sinkgraven, gets away from Panzo. into the box, hits the shot, hits the post, and then Giovanni Reina with the follow-up. They got a little bit lucky with that one, you have to say.
Well, as you can see,
And that basically puts home to roost any chance that West Brom could keep this at 1-0 and maybe snatch a draw. That's what we were planning to do. Into stoppage time here, just hoping to try and get a consolation. Rashica turns away, accelerates into the box. It's a great effort, but De Gea with a parry. And now it's 92 minutes with only seconds left, and that is full time. We lose here at home, 2-0. Let's face it, they're a much better side. We weren't expected to get any kind of result here against them. Considering how many shots they had on goal, I did try to show examples of us intercepting, examples of good defending. They did have a lot of shots, so for them to only get 2 goals has to be seen as something of a success in terms of the goals for and goals against column. On to the next game. So here is the Premier League table after 10 matches. This is at the end of October. Arsenal have the lead at the minute, just narrowly ahead of West Ham and Manchester United in 3rd, with Spurs in 4th, Liverpool in 5th, Manchester City in 6th, Fulham and Nottingham Forest 7th and 8th, Wolves in 9th, Chelsea in 10th, Brentford 11th, Everton 12th, Aston Villa 13th, Leicester 14th, Crystal Palace 15th, and look at us, we're in 16th. 2 wins from 10 games, and our goals against is actually pretty good. I know obviously it's a minus, but we're trying to keep the goal difference down. And we just tabbed down a little bit, we're just outside the relegation zone. Leeds in 17th, and then Norwich, Newcastle and Bournemouth make up the bottom 3. Newcastle having a terrible season. On to the next game. Alright guys, so usually what I do is I do a pre-edit a couple of hours before each episode comes out. That's so I can snip down and clip out all the things that are going to be in the episode. As you can see here, we won 3-0 against Norwich. Unfortunately, I didn't hit square and save the footage, so we're missing that game from today's episode. In light of that, I do have a Youth Academy update that I'd like to go through with you. So it's just going to take around a minute or two. Thorpe, Yates and Hill were all sent out to 3 different countries. We went to Scotland, we went to Ghana and went to Morocco. You can see the youth development objective is to sign 3 players to midfielder position. And the aim is to have 2 of those 3 players play 30% or more in the next season. Here is the first one from Scotland. Jack McMillan. He can play central defensive midfield, centre back and central midfield. He's already 17, he's 6'3", and he's 59 overall. You can tell that he is mostly based on physicality at the moment. Now that should put him in good stead. I don't know as far as whether he's going to be Premier League ready. I would say no. Out of the 3 prospects, I think this guy has the least chance of being able to make it in our rotation team for next season. So, again, he could surprise me. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but at the moment his potential is 71 to 87, which is good for us. The next guy, Philip Owusu from Ghana, he is also a central defensive midfielder / centre back. He is 5'11". His potential right now is 66 to 86, and you can see again, he has the physicality. He's slightly better than McMillan in terms of overall ability, and I think if he improves sort of 4 or 5 points between now and the end of the season, and he ends up say a 67 or 68, I can see this guy filling in for us in a rotational or sporadic basis. I think he could definitely make 30% of the games next year. If he's a 68, 69, even better. But that, like I said, that's going to be something we'll have to wait and see on. Issam Ahmed is a central attacking midfielder, centre forward. We are actually moving him to right midfield. Out of the 3 prospects, this guy looks more likely to make it. 64 overall, already some high greens as well. So I think again, if he can go up 4 or 5 points between now and the end of the season and end up around a 68, 69, I have no problem being able to use him in a sporadic role and play 30% of those games. As always, let me know what you think of those 3 prospects. This is just a little bit of filler to catch you up on the objective. like I said, because we lost the footage for the Norwich game. We're going to go now over to the third and final game, which is the game against Chelsea. Hopefully get a good result against them. Alright, so here we go, taking on Chelsea at home at the Hawthorns. And this is the lineup that Aidy Boothroyd has gone with. He has gone with Bailey Peacock-Farrell in goal. And then we're going to go with a back five traditionally. Furlong, Mepham, Vandenberg, Panzo and Timon. And then in midfield, Rashica, O'Reilly, Hayden and Diangana is back in the lineup with Batshuayi up top. So Diangana officially back from his injury. Hopefully make an impact today. Chelsea's lineup, they've got Slonina in goal. Back four of James, Skriniar, Kilman and Truffert. Midfield, Benacer and Ampadu. And then Ziyech and Havertz with Brecalo and Hugo Duro up top. And the opening minute and a half, you see Ziyech causing a nuisance. Reece James down the right, crosses it in, and it's a header. He's looking for the bottom corner, and down goes Bailey Peacock-Farrell. Great save by him. And then the corner swung in, and look at this. Ampadu tries to take it, Batshuayi intercepts, and now Diangana, he's off the races. He's saying, I'm going to play this into Rashica and keep running. He's going to run in behind the defence, and look at Reece James getting back here. Reece James getting back, and he eventually pulls away at him. But it shows you how quick Diangana can break. He is the danger man for us. Once again, back in the lineup. And then Hugo Duro with a shot on 8 minutes. Another good save, and we're just happy to get that away. Starting to learn a little bit more defensively and find our feet in the Premier League. Don't try and take a touch and play anything nice out the back, because you get pressed and lose the ball. A bit lucky here on 12 minutes. Josip Brecalo, who's been scoring frequently for Chelsea up front, actually makes an absolute pig's ear at that shot. And then Chelsea, 25 minutes in, ball played through. Vandenberg doesn't get the tackle in. It's a great save by Bailey Peacock-Farrell. And then the follow-up, another good save by this goalkeeper. What did I say in the Championship? I said this guy would be good for us. And he has been superb. Graham Potter here. He wants more from his Chelsea side. And Brecalo intercepted by Sepp Vandenberg and then kicked away. Knocked on by O'Reilly. And then look at this pass. Once again, Batshuayi looking for Grady Diangana. He gets his shot off, but across comes the defender. Just not enough legs in the end. I mean, he got into the box. Maybe look to try and square that instead. Chelsea did well to get back, but it does show you how threatening we can be on the counter-attack. And Chelsea here, applying more pressure. And here come West Brom again. It's Rashica into Batshuayi. What a chance before half-time. But he lashes it over. The one guy that you want that to fall to. And it goes on to his weaker side. And he balloons it over. Half-time 0-0. So far so good for us in that respect. And then beginning of the second half, 54 minutes. Ziyech into Brecalo. Intercepted. Great interception that by Mepham. And then 21 minutes left of the game. Duro into Brecalo. Brecalo makes the run. Gets beyond Panzo. Panzo doesn't react to the run at all. And Brecalo goes in and slots that past Bailey Peacock-Farrell. Chelsea have finally broken the deadlock. It's taken them 70 minutes almost to break the deadlock. Mostly, I think, down to our goalkeeper playing so well. Defence has played well enough, but they've also missed chances as well. So that's sort of like a factor of three different factors really at play. 86 minutes. James plays in Raheem Sterling, who's got the legs on Sepp Vandenberg, and instead of taking it in, he goes for the shot. Maybe thought he was going to be closed down and tackled, but Raheem Sterling don't usually see him take shots like that from out the box. He usually tries to dribble in.
And that is going to be all
So
for
that's
this match.
it. Full time. We lose here at home again. That's 2 successive defeats now
Well, Derek, not quite good enough
at
today.
home.
Yes, they only lost by 1
And obviously
goal.
we have slipped down the table, but we weren't ever really realistically supposed to get a result against Chelsea and Manchester United, and we've only conceded 3 goals over the 2 games. That's still a positive in my eyes. Alright, thanks for watching today. If you're enjoying this series, consider watching more content by clicking on the playlist available at the end of this video, and also consider subscribing and enable those notifications. That way you won't miss any up and coming episodes. I'll see you guys back on Friday with episode 106. We'll continue our Premier League battle with games against Everton, Bournemouth and Leicester. Thank you so much for your support. This is our lad for Set Play Gaming.